I am Chris Tyson.
Okay, and where are we today?
We are at Hare Chevrolet in Noblesville, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis.
All right, and you do the tweets for...
I am, my fancy title is Director of Digital Customer Communications. And in short, I do all of our digital media stuff, our customer interactions. So if you're extremely happy, which most of them are, if you're extremely mad, which rarely you are, I'll find you somewhere and I'll talk to you and let everybody know if you're happy and make sure you're happy if you're mad. So that's, and I do a lot of other behind the scenes stuff I don't tell anybody about, like set up this road trip stop. So
are a lot of people tweeting about your dealership?
We're starting to. I'm starting to use my following, through the dealership. We were really just following a lot of industry specific people, but now we're using it and using some Twitter search stuff to really get the dealership itself involved. So that's kind of been my task here in the last month since I've started, is to kind of do it more through the dealership instead of just industry. So
this is very progressive. I don't know. I don't know if any of my local dealerships are doing this.
As far as we know, it's the only car dealership, at least in Indiana, with this position itself. I mean, there's other people that have guys that kind of do it, or marketing departments or internet departments. But there's actually not a lot of place. And Indianapolis has got a pretty good tech community.
Okay.
And there's even with the tech community here, there's not a lot of people in this type of position, even in Indianapolis. So I get people come up to me at events and go, "I want to do what you do." I said, "Well, it sounds great in theory, and it's good, and I like it, but as every job, there's always some other stuff that you go, oh, okay, well, you got to do that too." So. Cool.
So you're also a Snagit and Jing user, right?
I am. I used Snagit at my previous job actually, and they used to make fun of me. And this is kind of funny because I would waste way too much of my day with arrows and highlights and making it look fancy. So I kind of became the Snagit guy, and I used it probably when I didn't need to. So it kind of worked out funny. It was that you guys actually were part of the team. So I just started using Jing through here. It was a lot quicker and easier to use for some of the stuff I need, and we had it for a conference we were going to. They had us set up a Jing account. So, and the little sun's cool. At first I didn't know, but the sun, it's grown on me. So
that's cool.
So I like the sun. It's because that was the only Snagit, you had to go open the program, and it's a lot more in depth obviously. So you had to go open the program up and find it. Jing, plus the Twitter thing is cool. I love that. I use that all the time. Yeah, that's great. Anytime you can integrate technologies and make it easier on my life, I'm always doing 25 things, so I love that. I love that.
So your wife introduced you to Jing, right?
She did, yeah. She uses Jing. She does accounting out of the house, so there was a lot of processes that she started with the new company, and they were trying to teach her, what accounts stuff needed to go into and how they wanted things done. Mm-hmm. So the step-by-step process is for her to, kind of her own training, she kept a screen capture of her steps through Jing, and then she would go back and replay her screen captures and her image captures of her steps. So that's kind of a way for her to train herself. So she's the one that turned me on to that initially.
Smart woman.
Yes, she is. That's why she married me too, but we won't say that. We said that on camera.
That's documented. All right, so you want to tell me about Hare Chevrolet before we hit the road?
We can get a quick video of what we started out doing here at Hare Chevrolet. As you see the mural on the wall, we started out doing the horse buggies, and as our co-owner Monica Peck was just telling you, we've started doing that and kept doing that. People started selling cars, and we kind of stuck with the buggy thing, but after a while we decided, hey, this car thing might stick around for a while. So we've been building buggies and selling cars since 1847. We are actually the nation's oldest transportation company. So we have a pretty cool distinction that nobody else can do. So it makes my job easier. I can, I got cool stuff like that to tell people. I don't have to make it up. So.
And the rabbit.
And if you check out our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, you'll see some video later of the world famous hare rabbit. So.
Cool.
So no, we are actually also Indiana's #1 Chevy dealer, and recently the #1 used dealer in Indiana as well. So we not only just sell Chevrolets, we sell anything you need. So.
Very cool.
We've been here forever and want to stay here forever. So.
Thanks for hosting us on our road trip, and thanks for using Snagit.
Hey, no problem.